Then we're going to talk about judging credibility of sources. So the first thing I want to do, I want to take a look at who's the author. This is really important when looking at a possible source. So I have a source here for an issue of Life After High School, how to get sponsored racing on a dirt bike. Someone took mine, how to move out of state, so I chose to do this. So first thing I want to do is I want to find an author. Here, Chris Kiefer, post by Chris Kiefer. So that's good. I have a date here, which we're going to talk about in a second. Not every website's going to have an author, but that's a positive thing. You want to look to see if there's someone who's put their name on it and has taken ownership of this work, is going to be responsible for what it has to say. Sometimes very credible websites aren't going to necessarily have an author, but they might have a group of people, but the website itself, being a credible organization, is going to put their name on it. Next thing we want to look for, is it current? Now if we go back to that website, we can see August 12th, 2014. That's very current. So I know the information in here is something that still applies now because it's only a couple months old. And so the whole article goes through different techniques for getting sponsored racing dirt bikes and explains that in detail. Next thing I want to do, I want to look at accountability. So on your document, it asks this, and some of you guys are struggling with that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our document real quick. So I started with the URL, the source, or the web address, HTTP, www, etc. The name of the website is Dirt Rider, which is also the name of their magazine. The title, How to Get Sponsored. The author, Chris Kiefer. Now it says here, is either the author or the source accountable to anyone? And yes, he is. He answers to the editors of Dirt Rider, their advertisers, and their publisher, Bonnie Corp. I can also contact them at 760, etc. Now, how do I know all this information? Well, I looked around on the website first. I clicked on him, and I just got a list of articles that he had written. So then I went down here to contact us, and in the contact us I found addresses, phone numbers, found the name of the corporation here. I see a copyright of the website, so I see that it's current even if I can't find a date. So everything is there to kind of give me someone who would be responsible for this, either a company, a corporation, or organization that I can contact and they're going to be accountable. So let's look at that. Contact. You're going to want to ask yourself, can I find someone on this website that I can email, I can call, I can text, I can get in contact with in some way? Then, is there an organization behind this? The website I picked, there's a publisher behind it and a magazine. Is there someone they're connected to or someone they represent that has some credibility? And again, invite me over to help you with this because this can be a little confusing. Next, credentials. Is someone listed as a scholar in an area or a professional in an area, depending on the subject you're looking at? So if you look at a website about how to pick the right branch of the military and it's written by someone who's a colonel or a general, those are good credentials. Next thing we want to look at, is it objective and accurate? And this is a tough one. Objective means it's fair information. It's not just what they want to say to support their side of a story. It's honest, fair information. And accurate means, is it right? Is it right or wrong? And sometimes you will know that when you've looked at 2 or 3 different sources on the subject and you see all the subjects are saying one thing, but yours might be saying something different. So just for review, if it has an author, that's a big plus. Is it current? Some subjects like budgeting doesn't necessarily need to be current because those are good sound principles that will always apply. Is there someone who has some accountability, someone you can contact, or an organization behind them, or some sort of credentials? And finally, is it objective and accurate information? Now, if you can find all that information out, you can look at your source and say, this is a good source, so then my information is usable, and then I start plugging that in. So we've looked at URL, website, title, author, accountability, and again, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. Date published, the rest of the information we'll look at in another video. Thank you.